Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking to do my grind. I blew white. I did do a draft yesterday, or entered into a draft that I am not doing very well in. I was looking at white-blue. I was actually entertaining maybe running my token deck a little more. If I just need white spells, I think that's a good way to get me there. I don't know. We are, excuse me, a little on the cool side this morning. It's like 15 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 10 Celsius for those elsewhere. It's just trying to figure out. I need 1 mana to really do anything. And I'm just in a way relying on top decking. This deck is pretty mana heavy as it's expensive. It's an enchantment that I can take care of with my exercise. If I do my Caretaker's Talent now... I was wondering if I should try and do my exercise now. Impending. Because at this point, the Cat Collector will get me my card draw, which might give me 1 more mana for my Authority of Councils, which I'm actually happy to see. It's playing black-blue. At this point, I'm just going to void his token. This will give me another card draw. Oh, like his little kitty. Black-blue. I'm surprised he didn't... I'm kind of questioning what he's up to. I could do something like my Cosmog. And then my Vanguard. And I'm going to go for my counters. Because this is going to get me another token. And kitty. And at this point I have enough to do Elspeth. I have a couple options. I'm assuming they're looking to do a control. Day of the Black Sun. Nice. But at this point I can do something like Elspeth. And create my tokens. Just gonna get me more card draw. The Roddenmouth Viper. Choose up to 1 land to sacrifice. I could discard. Trying to think about the best way to do this. The exercise isn't going to get me the... I could do the exercise on it and void. If I do something like another Caretaker's Talent, I can plus up for my tokens and get 2 cards for replacement. This is definitely going slow. The Elspeths might require him to declare blockers or attack. The Phyrexian Arena's card draw. At 6, I can actually end this right now. Because that's 15 damage I can push through. And that's going to be game. The Roddenmouth Viper is mean. Ground my rank up. And yeah. Pretty clean win. The exercise, since it can deal with big creatures as well as enchantments and artifacts, is really a nice flex control card. It is conditional in that it doesn't work to be able to control something like my little bats, or there's a bunch of things that aren't more than 4 power. Had it definitely work not work when I was hoping it would. In this case, I'm feeling a little guilty. They matched me to somebody in platinum. So, once again, I need to get into mana in order to really do much. Looks at this point like they're just playing white. Heir apparent. No attacks. In a way, I probably should have maybe tried pushing there. Because at this point, he's going to be creating a bunch of tokens. No attacks. I'm assuming he's going to drop another 2 heir apparents, and this is basically his game right here. We'll see what he has for more control or more... what he's going to use his last 2 mana for. In a way, I'm actually kind of happy to see that, because I'm assuming he's... I don't recognize that one. To the number of creatures you control. And at this point, I can Elspeth Smite, and void it, and I'll actually do it again. No blocks. I really need mana. I'm just going to basically try to keep pushing here. At 6 mana, he can do quite a bit. Whenever more 1 creatures you control attacks, they gain indestructible. So in some ways, this is just a push-push. I don't have enough control. I was entertaining here what to do. If I all attack, I only get 1 more. And I'm pretty sure at this point he can just finish this. An heir apparent. Eight. Sacrifice the token. I'm not actually sure that was my game. I almost have to look at the board and be like, what did I miss? Or I don't think I was able to quite get enough damage through to be able to get it. Give it 1 more. These games are running fairly quick. But they did match him out of his league, which is kind of unfortunate for him. Or he was trying to churn gold, and they matched him into platinum. It's a little slow. Oh. Authority of Councils with the custom art. At this point, I basically have all the mana to do everything I need. 1 more will get me into my Caracal. Destroy target enchantment. In a way, I'm glad he did that over my Caretaker's talent. But I'm assuming he probably is going to look to control that too. You gain 1 life and draw a card. I am going to do my Spirited Simulacrum just for the mana ramp. And I get the replacement card. So now I can do something like the Regal Caracal. Aerith. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 on her. Whenever she dies, you get to transfer those. Put X +1/+1 counters on each legendary you control, where X is the number of counters on her. So that is pretty nice. If I do something like Cosmog, I can do something like the Toy Factory, which will allow me to do my tokens. That is going to get him life, but it's also going to get me card draw. And yeah. Let's see what he's up to. A second authority of councils. Which was a good call on a certain point because I could have buffed my tokens. 30 life to my 11, that is not looking very promising. Double my tokens. She doesn't have anybody that she can put those on. I'm going to duplicate my token for my card draw. That is going to get him more life. He is going to basically just be able to kill Elspeth here because I can't... Or I'm assuming he's going to attack for Elspeth and I'm going to have to use my Elspeth Smite to void him. And that gets his flyer off the board. If I do the Regal Caracal. Resolve, resolve. That's a bunch of life for him. 45. Put a +1/+1 counter on everything, and they gain flying. Attack all but her. I still have enough to do the duty beyond death, depending what he's looking to do here for a potential wipe or control. Because I still think I might be able to pull this out. And yeah. Pretty sure that was my game as well. I was just kind of questioning it. Wouldn't have been next turn. I think it would have been the turn after. It depended on a couple things. But either way, I think that ground out was at least the next level of my pass. And for 3 wins for the day, I'm actually quite happy with that progression. But with that, I look forward to doing some Magic in the future.